of this tutorial is to enable every ServiceNow admin or developer to be able to install MID servers on their own. So before going for the actual installation of the MID server, let's see what is a MID server and why do we need it, and what are the prerequisites that are needed to install a MID server. So first of all, what is a MID server? So it's nothing but management, instrumentation and discovery. That is the full form of MID server. It is a Java-based application, so which runs on, say, Windows service if you install it on Windows Server, or a daemon if you install it on Unix or a Linux machine within your on-premises network. So the ServiceNow MID server enables communication and movement of data between your ServiceNow instance and external applications such as data sources and services. So this is as per the ServiceNow definition. If you see here, ServiceNow has ECC, that is external communication channel, which will send commands or payloads to the your MID server and gets the response back to the ServiceNow. So this will enable interacting with your on-premises servers or end-user computers or storage or network, any other devices via the MID server through your firewall. So enabling a secure data transmission between the ServiceNow, which is a cloud-based application, and your on-premises services. So why do you need a MID server? So this is required for accessing your on-premises devices, databases, and if there is any custom scripts, etc. It will enable you to discover your infrastructure devices such as network devices or computers or servers or printers, anything. And it will facilitate a secure data collection and automation and even integrations. For example, you can integrate your AD to retrieve the users and groups into ServiceNow via LDAP protocol. And it avoids exposing internal resources directly to the internet. So as the communication between the ServiceNow application and the MID server happens through the firewall, so it will not expose any of your resources to the internet directly. So the prerequisites that are required for installing the MID server is, from ServiceNow side, we need a MID server role enabled account. That means a ServiceNow user account with MID server as the role. And from Windows side, we need at least Windows Server 2012 or later. And the platform architecture should be x64, that is 64-bit systems. And we need PowerShell 3.0 plus it will support up to 5 at the moment. So, and it needs internet access, especially to connect with ServiceNow. That is your ServiceNow instance. And we need a Windows service account. It might be a local user or domain user, but the user account should have login and service enabled. Typically, this Windows part will be taken care by the Windows administrators, but for the sake of knowledge, we'll discuss that also here. Okay, let's head on to the actual part. Let me connect to my MID server, that is Windows Server. So this is my Windows Server. First of all, let's create a Windows ServiceNow account with MID server user role. Let me navigate to the user table. Click on new button. So you can have a username, password, like let me create like MID agent, like something like this. This is optional, you can have anything. Okay. Save this record, and we need to set password for this account. So while setting the password, make sure that the password should not have any XML safe characters like less than, greater than, and etc. So let's go for a smaller one. Yeah, this suits perfectly for us. Like, let's copy this, save password, close it. As we are going to use this for our MID server installation, I am removing this password needs reset. Now let's add MID server role to this one. Okay, so this is enabled. So our ServiceNow account is ready with all the required uh, roles and all. Now let's download the MID server package. To download it from your instance itself, just type MID. Under MID server, you can see downloads. Click on downloads. So as we are going to install this on our Windows machine, so we will download this Windows MSI. So let that download complete. While the download is happening, we can set up our Windows service account. So for that, we need to go to Server Manager. So as I said earlier, this will typically handled by the Windows Server admins. So go to Tools. So here you can see Active Directory users and computers. Here under the users overview, you can just click on right click and click on New, then select user. So you can give any name here, something like that. For example, I'm giving it as MID server. So let's name it as service SN, that is ServiceNow MID server. This name is as per your wish, like it can be anything. So let's copy this. Let's memorize this service SN MID server. Click on next. You need to set a password for this. Let me set a password. As this is going to be a service account, I am unchecking this box and I am saying making this user cannot change this password, so that the password will not be changed by mistake and the password never expires, as this is a service account. Based on your organization security policy, you can choose these options and then finish. Our service account is created, but before using this service account, we need to make sure that this account is enabled as login as service. For that, we need to go to, you can search for security policy from start menu, select this local security policy and select local policies here, and then in the right pane select user rights assignment and just find login as service policy. You can see this is the login as service, and here add user or a group. So if you want to make it like a group and then the users, you can create a group in the Active Directory and add that group here, so that all the members of the group will inherit these policies. But for now, we'll make it user or our case. Type MID server, check names. That's our MID server account. Okay, apply. Okay, that's it. So we have created an account and enable that account as login as service account. Now let's see whether our download is completed or not. Yes, the download is complete. Let's open this installation file. To install this, you need administrative privileges. Make sure that you are logged in as an administrator. Let's open the file. As you see, at the time of this tutorial, I'm using Windows Server 2025 and ServiceNow version release is Yokohama. Let this open. First of all, let's copy the instance URL, paste it, and our MID server username is MID agent, and I need the password. Let me set the password again. Generate the password. Look for a smaller one, which is XML character safe. It should not contain less than, greater than, and etc. Let's try. seems to be okay. Let's copy this, save password, close it. So let's remove this flag and save the account. Go to the installer, paste the password, test the connection. So connection is successful. Next, click on next. Now you need to give your MID server a name. So I'm giving some name as per my convention, naming convention, but you can use your own. So you need to specify your service account, TPC service, that is Windows service account, and that Windows service account password. Now if you want to set this Windows service name yourself, you can just enable this box and set the service name. But if you want to make it set it by the installer itself, you can just leave it as is and click on validate MID service settings. So it said valid service settings. So our service account is fine. Let's click next. Just choose the installation directory, then select next. So if you want to start the MID server after installing automatically, just select this box. Otherwise you can leave this box unchecked. I want to start the MID server. Once the installation is finished, just click on next. So your configuration is done. You need to install it now. Click on install. Let's wait for the installation to complete. Finish. So installation is completed. Let's check whether the service is running or not. So just press Windows R and type services.msc, hit enter. It will display the services window. So search for ServiceNow. So you see here it is. So here we can see that it is still starting. Let's wait for this state to be changed to running. Okay. So if it is not like if the status is empty, it will display start button here. You can click on that start button so that the service will start. Let's wait for a couple of minutes so that this will start. So yeah, let's refresh. So see, the status is now running. That means our MID server service is running. Now let's check the servers. So just from in your ServiceNow instance, just type MID in the all menu and you can see servers here. Just click on the servers. So see, our MID server is already connected to our instance. And here you see the very important step after installing the MID server is, if you see the status is up but the validation is not yet done. So to use the MID server, you need to validate your MID server. Then only you can use it for any purpose, like for discovery or for any other things. Okay. So let's go down. In the related links, you can see validate. Click on this validate. So here you can configure based upon your organizational requirements for your particular installation. So I'm just leaving it to default as is. Click on save. That's it. Let's wait. Now the MID server will go down while validating. Once the validation is completed, it will come up. Just wait for the status to be up and validated to. It is validated. Just wait for a couple of minutes. So while it is down, the status of the service also will change in the services window. Okay. Let's reload. See, it is now up and still validating. Let's wait the status. Wait for the status to be changed to validated. Yes, now it is validated. That's it. Our Windows based MID server installation is completed. You can use this MID server for any purposes like discovering your network, your on-premises devices or network devices, anything, and even for integrations with your on-prem applications. That's it. Thank you. If you have any queries, please feel to post comments. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a great day.